in whatever church environment you find yourself. Doesn't make a difference. You are the inheritors of tradition. Years and years, sometimes dozens of years, sometimes hundreds of years of tradition that is passed down. And every generation needs to look at these things afresh, and let's figure out what they were doing in the New Testament and figure out why they were doing it, and let's try to replicate that system so that we can be edified better, we can be growing better, and becoming more mature Christians. So that tradition really has negatively affected us. And I understand, buildings that have a lot of people in them, and churches that have 500, 5,000 people. I get it, but even those churches, if they have wise leaders, and many of them do, they are trying to drill people into small groups, whether they're in homes or in other rooms inside that massive building or whatever it is, because they know that if we are going to be making disciples, it's going to happen in a small group environment. So the big room is not evil in and of itself, but where discipleship takes place, where learning takes place, where edification takes place, is usually in the small group. Or not even, I don't even think I need to say usually. It's almost always in the small group. There's a verse in Hebrews 5, I think it's verse 12, where the writer says to the Christians there, "By this time you ought to be teachers." There was an expectation in that system in the first century that people should be growing into the position of being teachers. But if you have large churches of 500 people, almost nobody's growing into the position of being a teacher, because only one guy's got the job and nobody else can do it. He's dominating all the pulpit time so that nobody else. And by the way, I've been that guy in the pulpit, guilty as charged, but while I was standing up there in the pulpit and doing my job as they paid me to do it, I was always aware that among the congregation there is enormous talent, insight, spirit, godliness, wonderful stuff that's out there that is not being tapped, is not being cultivated, is not being developed so that people can grow into being teachers and elders and leaders and excellent speakers on behalf of Jesus in their community. It's a sad state of affairs. I agree with that.